Bam. Boy, he's just put the up. Yeah, man. Bass jump though. Oh gosh, you're heavy for no bigger than you are. For no longer than you are. Gotcha. Wow, he's a fat one. Nice crappie. Man, if he was doing some eating, look how thick he is across the back. I haven't kept any this year, guys. Wife and I talked about that last night. Look, swim bait, sunshine color. I mean, a spark color. I said sunshine, it's spark. Spark color fry. I don't make it in sunshine on the site. I make it in spark. Now, might add sunshine, but I'm gonna add it in a different bait. I got a new swim bait coming. I've got 2 swim baits now. This is the fry, and I have the shiner, okay? And I'm gonna add another swim bait in January. It'll probably be the end of January, sometime in the area. As soon as I get the mold in and get it going, I'm gonna add some colors. And it'll be dual colors. Bam, it'll be dual colors in those, okay? That's why I'm ordering a different swim bait mold. The swim baits are selling good enough that I think, hey, I can add another body shape in the swim baits and do okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a 1 3/4 inch. I got a 2 inch, 1.5 inch. It's gonna be 1 3/4 inch. Let's go in between them. Bam. As you can see, the swim baits work. I'm gonna stone it over and reel it back slow. And I've got this on a size 6 hook. He's a nice fat one too. All right. It's got it on a size 6 hook, this little round head. I can get some swim bait heads. I used some yesterday. I got some with me. I just didn't switch them. The same guy I'm buying the jigs from. So I might do that too next year. In size 6 for the small bait and a size 4 for the shiner. And probably just paint 2 colors. I'll probably just paint chartreuse in them and maybe red or blue. Well, we'll see. All right, guys. I made 4 casts, 3 fish. I had a bite on the 3rd cast. I missed him. I've been fishing here with another bait. I done made a video here with another bait color. And I thought, well, I'll make a cast before I leave. I wasn't expecting to catch it, but 1 or 2 more maybe with this bait, because well, I haven't beat the spot up. I move around a lot, y'all know that. I catch 5 or 6 out of a spot. If they slow down, I move. Beating them up's the worst thing you can do. You go back next day and they still all shook up, or a couple days later. There you go. That's a nice fish too, guys. This whole school right here has been nice. I haven't caught any babies today. That's for sure. It's been a nice one. Well, that's 3 on it. We're gonna make a short with this. Let's see if we can come up with another one. They're right here. They start at 35 foot and they go to 40 foot. Right here. And 1/32's hard to throw that far. And that bait don't give you any added weight to help throw it, you know, because it's not that big. But that little tail on this bait just goes up a storm. It just swims. Now, I don't see it, guys. So I'm just going to start it right here. It just swims up a storm, I'm telling you. I let it get down too far that time. Bam. Guys, I got hung up. I went over and got it off, so I just waited a little bit. About 10 minutes and took a break and start throwing again. Because once you get up on top of them like that, and they see it, I just went over and got it. Like I said, went right past them. And it's about 30 there on top of that tree, and they dropped down in the tree, and I got back from them now. They don't like you running over them. But there's enough boat traffic in and out of this creek. I done seen 3 or 4 boats come by me. That's a nice fish. That they get used to a little bit of traffic, but running right over top of them is a little different. You know what I'm saying? All right. I done caught quite a few in this little swim bait. And this one had an air bubble in the nose. I tell y'all that all the time when I'm pouring baits, when I go through and bag them, if I feel when it got a little air bubble or something in it, I put them in a pile and I put them in my boat. And I use them. If they got a little dimple in them, sometimes I think it's the glitter, especially on a silver bullet color. It'll get a little spot. Looks like something bit the side of it out. It'll be a little teeny dent where something bit it. I think the glitter pops when it's in the mold or something. I don't know what it quite does, but it'll leave a little default in it. If it's real tiny, I don't worry about it. But if it's decent size, what's real noticeable, I'll put them in my pile and I fish with them. Promise you, if you get one of them, the fish don't care. They're not worried about something so small. Bam. All right, guys, let's see if we get this one in. I'm gonna make it the last one on this video. So I got some things I need to do. I got baits I need to make. Yeah, these have been some nice fat crappie right here now. So I've been sitting in the same spot now about an hour. There you go. Look how fat they are. Nice eating size, but I'm not gonna keep any today. All right, guys, that's the fry swim bait. See, when you throw it over a tree, here's the tree. When you got a spot like this where you got a tree in the water, we can throw it over like that and just reel it right across the top of it. They'll roll up and grab it. The shiner works great too. This fry's a little smaller. It's 1.5 inches. That little tail just goes to town. Now, a lot of y'all guys are buying them. They're selling pretty good. Sometimes some of y'all will buy, some people will put an order in, it'll be all fries and shiner because you've done caught on to them. If you're fishing shallow water, treetops, you know, a lot of you are throwing beetle spins. The shiner would be excellent on a beetle spin. Donnie, you said you've been putting a cricket on a beetle spin. That's a good thought too. I don't throw beetle spins, guys. I did make a video last year of using beetle spins. I used the A-rig. Do y'all remember that? I used a jig with a spinner on the front of it, just trying to do something different, okay? That's the first time that year I've used a beetle spin and the last time. I don't use a beetle spin. Now, years ago when I was young, just learning how to crappie fish in my 20s, we used to go to Lake Anna and ride the riprap in the spring during the spawn and throw beetle spins against the riprap and catch crappie. Riprap, you know, the rocks. All right? Bridges, place like that. And that's all we threw was beetle spins. All right? But back then, guys, that beetle spin was it. It was a hero because you really didn't have that many baits to fish for crappie. You know, that was for Bobby Gar and all that explosion. I'm in the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, probably a lot of y'all was even born. That's what we used to do. Pond fishing, we used to throw beetle spins in ponds and stuff like that, okay? Once I started making my own jigs in the last 5 or 6 years where I've got more serious crappie fish in this lake, beetle spin in this lake is springtime. It's when they're spawning. And you could use it some other times if you want to. But with the introduction of swim baits and stuff, it changes it a lot. You know, all we had was a grub, remember? We had a curly-tailed grub. I don't even have one on the boat. That's all we used to throw then. But now you got these little swim baits like I'm fishing today. And this is the shiner, okay? This is the shiner swim bait. It's that little tail just wobbles like that in the water. So instead of the curly tail of the grub swimming and wobbling, this thing just wobbles like a minnow. And it has the body shape of a minnow, doesn't it? See, it's really thin here. Gives it a good keel action. I cut the nose off about this much. This ain't been used yet. I cut the nose off just a touch and put them on there. Down where y'all couldn't see. I know I was. Cut off just a touch right there like that and put it on there and go on, okay? And they work just good. Great. I caught some fish on it yesterday at Kerr Lake. So, yeah, I use them right often when the fish are shallow. And then when the fish are deep, no. It's going to be hard to use them. But if you can get these fish, and up at 5 foot, top of them, when you catch fish, let's say 5-6 feet and shallower, around bridges or whatever it is, swim bait's a good thing to use. Try it sometimes. Hey guys, Fishing Lake Country Dennis, appreciate each and every one of you. Leave a comment. I'll try to answer y'all. I feel like I'm getting to know a lot of y'all. I know what area you're from. Somebody left somebody ordered today, this morning. I seen it on this morning. And right before I left the house, I said, okay, I'll get that filled this evening. And I thought, I know where he's from. And sure enough, I looked at the address and that's where he's from. Because I've gotten to know some of y'all, at least know what state you're from. All right. So I feel like I got friends on YouTube. Appreciate y'all guys. See y'all next time. Dennis, Lake Country, Fishing Lake Country. Check out Lake Country Baits. See ya.